Okay, so today what I will do, as some of you are asking, so in the chat server, but I will use my chat. Please, okay, chat. This is my chat server.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, you mentioned hypothesis, testing of hypothesis. So it would include all the like proportion, large samples, small samples, everything.
Yes.
So, sir, chi-square वगैरह से नहीं आएगा ना?
नहीं, chi-square.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, now you see your chat server. I have given you last class. I have pasted the last class YouTube link. All of you look at the chat server. Have you got?
No, sir.
No, sir.
See the chat server.
No, sir.
No, sir.
So have you put it in the chat to everyone or to some specific person?
It's okay, just wait. I will make it. Okay, let me. Okay, I will in the group mail. I will give you in the group email. Okay, in the class email ID, I will give this.
Okay, sir. Sure.
Okay, sir.
Because now we need to start our topic. Okay, so our today's topic is probability. Okay, so we'll discuss now what is probability. To let us understand in a formula, everything I will come later on, but what is probability, let us understand. So probability is it's a probability is a science which deals with all our real life problem, right? All our real life, and if you see different phenomena, even the stock market, right? When the stock market will be bullish or bearish, so everything depends on this probability, right? So there are two type of models that we discuss. One is stochastic model and is probabilistic model. So it's a very because all the phenomena are depends on probability. Suppose I say today it will rain, then what is today it will rain, the probability is 0.9, right? 0.9. So what does this mean? That means today there is a chance of rainfall of 90%. So 90% is the chance that today there will be a rainfall, right? So probability is, if we just in one line we need to summarize, it is a chance of occurrence of some event, right? Now we will learn today the probability language. Just like every computer, suppose some of you are from computer background, so you will understand every computer language, whether it is C, C++, Java, every computer language has a language. Every software has a language, right? So probability has its language also. That means how we express probability. We don't express probability in, we express it by saying, but there are some terminologies, number one, and there are some expressions by which we say about the probability, right? So I'll be sharing my PPT and then I will start today's session. So screen share. Okay, can you see my PPT now? Can you see it is written in the PPT goals?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so my PPT is visible. Okay, you can write in the chat server or you can raise your hand if you want in the okay, so okay, okay, somebody is in the waiting room. Okay, so these are the topics that we are going to study today. These are the topics, subtopics, so as to say. Topic already we know. So these are the subtopics. These are the subtopics that we are going to study. So we will first define probability. We understand the meaning of probability. We will then try to explain the definition of classical definition. We won't go for empirical and subjective. We will only classical definition will give. Then different terms, as I told you, different terms, experiment, even, outcome, permutation, combination already you have done in the foundation course. So I will assume that all of you know permutation, combination. So I will not go into that. Next is calculate the probability. This is from this it onwards, it is very important, because I think many of you are having the basic understanding of probability, right? But the complexity starts, not the complexity, but say the rule of probability. Wherever there is a rule, that means we have to abide by some conditions, right? There will be some terminologies, there will be some conditions that we have to follow. So so if you see calculate probabilities using rule of addition and rule of multiplication. There are only two rules and one theorem. Two rules and one theorem we'll learn today, and all other will do some numerical. And today I have got my physical board also. If you want, I will solve some problems on the board or in the PPT as you find comfortable. So first I will solve in the PPT with the with my this marker pen. And if if there is problem, I am having a physical board. So in the physical board I will be writing, right? So this will be our today's, and finally the Bayes theorem, very important, and the most important, so as to say, is Bayes theorem, right? So let us start with probability now. So what does probability mean? What does probability mean? Probability is a measure of the likelihood that an event in the future will happen. It can only assume a value between 0 and 1. Just like I was telling you that the probability of rainfall, right? What is the probability? Suppose if I say what is the probability of what is the probability that midterm will occur? So probability is 100%. You have to appear for a midterm. So how do I write in the language of probability? The probability that midterm will happen is 1, right? So that means 100% chance that probability will happen, right? Suppose whenever we toss a coin, what happens? Suppose if you see cricket match, what happens before the cricket match? There are two captain comes, the umpire comes, and what he does, he toss a coin. One of the captain is asked to say whether it is head or tail, and if it is head, suppose it comes head, the coin is tossed, it comes head, and the winning captain who said that head will come. So this is how this is used. Why this method is used in a cricket match? Because probability of occurrence of head or probability of occurrence of tail are equal, right? Whenever we toss a coin, what is the probability of occurrence of head? 50%. So how do I write in probability language? That this will happen. That means the head will occur. If I toss a single coin, the head will occur. What is the probability? The probability is 50%, and the occurrence of tail is also a 50%, right? So a value near to 0. Suppose I say that 0, a probability is 0. That means that event is not going to happen, right? Say I say that probability of today's rainfall is 0, right? Or probability that layoff of employees will take place in the corona situation, right, is 0. That means nobody will be laid off, right? No employees, as government is telling that nobody will be laid off. No employees will be laid off. So probability is 0 if I say. That means none of them will be laid off. So how do we express probability? What is the range of probability? Probability always range between, or the probability value range between 0 and 1. So probability the sun will disappear this year. What is the probability that sun will disappear? We won't be able to see the sun. It is 0. We will be able to see the sun every day. We know it's a universal fact, right? So it will happen. Say chance of rain in Florida this year is 100%. Rain will occur, obviously. The amount of the rain may be less or more, but it will rain, right? So you can see that the scale. So from 0 to 1. 0 means won't happen, no chance, 0 chance in layman's language, and in 1, if it is 1, then certainly it will happen. Certainly it is going to happen. So chance of a head in single toss, you can see it is 50%. So whatever probability we calculate, whatever formula, what I will come to the theorem, formula, I will come to everything, right? And we'll explain all the formula. But before that, whatever we calculate, probability should not go between 0 and it should not be less than 0 and it should not be more than 1. Probability will be, another thing is, we suppose probability is 0.5. In probability language, this we also call 50%, because 0.5, if we express in percentage term, it becomes 50%, right? So, but generally, most of the cases, probability is expressed in decimal. Sometimes we express that in percentage also. So there are 3 terminologies that we need to understand for probability. First of all, experiment, outcome, event. Now try to understand these 3 terms. Suppose I am tossing a coin, right? Or suppose I am tossing a dice, and I ask you what is the probability that even number will occur, or so say what is the probability that the number 2 in a dice. All of you know, I think, seen the dice. Dice has 6 faces. 6 face, it's a solid. Now if we, just like when we play Ludo, right? So something comes, it is 3, 4, 1, 2, anything can come, right? So this tossing of a dice, tossing of a coin, or calculating any sort of probability is called an experiment. So experiment is the observation of some activity or the act of taking some measurement. Any phenomena we are observing, right? Suppose in the board members of a company, suppose in the board member of, in the board of Infosys, how many persons are above the age of 60%? 60, age 60, right? Or age 70, right? Generally board members are of aged person. So how many members are above 60 or 70? So that is also what I am doing. I am doing an experiment. I am seeing that what is the probability that the age, the aged people, say age above 60, will be in the board member. Outcome. Outcome is the particular result of an experiment. Just like I said you, what is the particular outcome, right? Whether, so the occurrence of head is an outcome. And the occurrence of tail is an outcome. Or when we toss a dice, the occurrence of 1, or the occurrence of 2, or the occurrence of 3, all these are each outcomes. All these are each outcome. An event is the collection of one or more outcomes. So now if I ask you what is the probability that the even number will occur when we toss a dice. So now see, it is an event actually. So 2, 4, 6. So we will, each one of this will sum and will divide by the number of occurrence. So now let us define the definition of a probability. So this is the definition of probability. How do I define probability, right? So probability of an event is number of favorable outcomes by total number of outcomes, possible outcomes. So whenever we take this one dice and we do some probability calculation, just like I ask you, what is the probability that an even number occurs? So what will be the numerator here? Number of favorable events. What are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? These are the 6 number which can come. Out of which how many are even? 2 is a even number, 4 is a even number, 6 is a even number. So how many favorable events are there? Let me take the pen. So my question is, try to understand my question. My question is, what is the probability whenever we toss a dice? What is the probability that even number will occur? So how many favorable events? How many? 2, 4, 6. So how many events are there? How many outcomes are there? 3.
3.
Divided by, so numerator is 3. Divided by, what is will be our denominator? Total number of possible outcomes?
6.
What can it be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So total number of outcomes is 6. So what is my probability? 3 by 6. 3 by 6 according to our definition. So that is 0.5. Okay.
1 by 2.
Or we can call it 1 by 2. Right? Fine. So let us do another example so that you are. So if I ask you what is the probability that when we toss a die, what is the probability that a number more than 3 will occur? Right? A number more than 3. That
1 by
means 4, 5, 6. So
0.5.
yeah, 3 events. So divided by 6. Again it is 0.5. Clear? So this is just a very simple, all of you, I know all of you know these definitions, but still we are having a recap, right? Because we'll go to some advanced calculations today, right? So, okay, let me take any question if so. So you can ask, you can raise hand if you are having any question till now, or write in the chat server. Anything? You can raise your hand or ask me. Yeah, Rachit. Yes, Rachit, unmute yourself and ask the question.
Yes, sir. So I just wanted to ask that these topics, Bayes theorem, probability, and all, are they in depth as it was in class 12th, or they are, or we'll get just the basic ones?
No, they are in depth,
Problems.
at a greater depth. It's far ahead that what you studied in your graduation or +2, right?
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Yes.
Okay. So any more question? Please raise hand and unmute yourself. So I think that this thing, I think, are known to everybody. I think all of you know this. But after this, we'll go for some details. Harshita. Yes, Harshita.
Sir, are we provided with the book PDF or anything so that we can study these topics from in detail?
Okay, book, na?
Book or some PDF, because there's nothing provided on Quick Force regarding this. They're just videos and the syllabus. So is there any book that
Book
which
is not there. So let me share with you. Your see, there are many books, but our textbook in ICFI is Levin and Rubin, right? The book by Levin and Rubin, Business Statistics.
So it is not available on Quick Force. So could you like upload it there if
Actually,
it's possible?
I have the PDF. Okay, I will search. It is not in the Quick Force.
No, sir, I couldn't find it in this.
No, this is a issue that we need to solve. See, my lectures I will mail you. I have heard that you have asked for my lectures. So
Yeah.
my lecture I will email you in a group email ID. I think very soon. I have the. Is your CR of this class there?
So we haven't decided on a CR right now. So
Not now. I think within 1 or 2 days it will be decided. Within 1 or 2 days. You know?
So there's a PDF available on foundations of quantitative
No. That is, see, now
but that is different.
that
Like it
is
was for
totally
induction.
that is totally different. That is induction. Now you
Yeah.
need to forget about induction. Okay.
Yeah, sir, I was just saying that we need some
Yeah.
written material, a proper book material.
No,
So
I understand. I understand.
thoroughly study.
Surely, I will provide. I will talk with your. No, I will talk with and then I will let you know. Right.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
From my side, I will provide. I will try to provide by the next session. Hold on for the next session.
So it's at 1:30.
Let me see. Let me see.
Yeah,
If
okay.
because I am not having it. Let me see.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So had I even having it, I could have emailed you. Okay, let me see if I can have. That's not a problem. That will be solved. Don't worry. Okay. Okay. Regarding any question from the topic. Okay. So let us proceed. Fine. So now we as I told you, now we have to understand some terminologies, because to understand the addition theorem, multiplication theorem, we have to understand the terminologies. So events we have known. Now suppose, what are mutually exclusive events? Now mutually exclusive events are those events, just like its definition is that if one event occurs, the other does not occur. Just like in this class, if I pick up one student, that student will either be a girl, or that student will either be a boy. It cannot be boy and girl both at the same time. Just like suppose if we take some automobile industry, suppose I go to Maruti and I take a car, I select a car randomly. So it will be either defective or non-defective. It cannot be both defective and non-defective. Clear? Suppose I just tossing of a coin, you understand. If I toss a coin, either head will occur or tail will occur. So head and tail, can they occur at the same time? No. If I choose any one single student, suppose I want to fix the CR for this class, only one CR. Generally we take one boy student, one girl student. That is a different story. But if I want to choose only one student, that student either will be a boy or it will be a girl. The student, one student cannot be boy and girl at the same time, mutually exclusive, right? So whenever the events are mutually, none of them occur at the same time, right? That is called a mutually exclusive event. Independent event, I will come with an example. This is a very complex thing. I will take an example and I will show what is independent event. What are independent events? So for the time being, let us just skip. Okay, so events are collectively exhaustive if at least one of the events must occur when the experiment is conducted. Now suppose if I throw a dice, either one will come or two will come, any one of these six will come. So these six events are called collectively exhaustive. At least one must occur, right? If I choose one student as here, he should be a boy, or he or she should be a girl, right? So this is, and the total is always 100%, right? So if we add the probabilities, it will be 100%. Okay, so let us go to the, yeah. So I think a basic idea you have got about what is an experiment, what is an event, right? Then we have understood what are mutually exclusive events, right? Now look here, there are, as I told you, there are two rules of addition. Number one, now there are two rules of probability. One is rule of addition, another is rule of multiplication. So first we'll take up rule of addition. Now again, rule of addition, there are two rules of addition. If you see my slide, now let us now pay attention. See my slides. So there are two rules, right? So I will first discuss the first one. Suppose in this class, suppose there are some students who know singing, and I call that as students who know singing is an event A, and the students who know dancing are event B. So these two events, can I call them mutually exclusive? Because there is none of the student who know both singing and dancing. So this is called a mutually exclusive event, what we have learned. So event, again I repeat, event A, I say suppose in this class, some students know singing and some students know dancing, and there is no any student who know both singing and dancing. So this is the scenario in section A, suppose. So event A, I call that the students who know singing, and the event B, I call the student who know dancing. So in case of mutually exclusive events, so first of all in probability, we have to understand what are my events, right? So from whenever you solve a problem, first of all, you try to understand whether they are mutually exclusive events or not. Clear? Now, if they are mutually exclusive, that means this case, the first case. So then we apply rule of addition. Special rule of addition. Then we apply special rule of addition. So what does special rule of addition say? If two events A and B are mutually exclusive, the probability of one or the other events occurring equal the sum of their probability. So if I want to find, now how do we write probability? P, say I want to write probability of students who know singing. So how do I write? So in probability language, we write as this. By words you understand. By words you can understand that probability. So this denotes PA. This is called the probability of the students who know singing. Suppose 15 students out of 60 know singing. So what is my probability? 15 by 60, so 0.25. And suppose 10 students know dancing. So what is my probability? 10 by 60, right? So 1 by 6 is the probability that who knows dancing. So rule of addition says that P, A or B. Now look, there are two operators in probability, OR operator and operator, OR and AND. I think this also all you know, all of you know, OR operator and AND operator. Right? So here we are talking about the OR. So probability of what? So what does this mean? What does this term means? Probability of A or B. That means probability of students who know singing or dancing. Singing or dancing. That is equal to probability of A plus probability of B. That means simple addition of two probability. Simple addition of probability who knows singing and the simple addition of probability of student who know dancing. But it can so also happen, there are some students, both very efficient or say artistically very efficient student know both singing and dancing. It may so happen, right? So what does this case in terms of probability, how do we tell this? That if the events are not mutually exclusive. Please see mine. I am underlying this. If A and B are two events that are not mutually exclusive. What does this mean? Not mutually exclusive means there are some students who know both singing and dancing. So if this is the scenario, then we will use the general rule of addition. Then we will use the general rule of addition. So what does the general rule of addition says? The general rule of addition says if A and B are two events that are not mutually exclusive, then P, A or B is given by the formula P, A or B, same, right? But look the difference here, difference of special rule and general rule. Difference of special rule and general rule. Here we don't add. In the similar previous case, we added PA plus PB. But here we add PA plus PB minus PA and B. Minus PA and B. Now, even if you don't understand set theory, just you physically try to understand the second case, this case. See, these are the students who know singing. These are the students who know singing. These are the students who know dancing. But who are these students? Who are these who are these students in between? These are the students who know both singing and dancing. So whenever we are calculating PA plus PB, we are double counting those students who know both singing and dancing. So we have to subtract them from the formula. That's why this is the formula. PA or B is equal to PA plus PB minus. So here minus we have to subtract it because why we have to subtract the minus PA and B? Because we have doubly counted. We have doubly. हमने दो बार count कर लिया, right? Is this clear or not? Now I will take some questions. I think we have discussed many things. Otherwise, I will do a numerical. So any question in the chat? Let me see. Or you can raise your hand and ask question. So let me. Yeah, raise somebody as a Apurv. Yes, Apurv, ask your question.
The second one is are the events that are not mutually exclusive, no?
Yes. Yes. See here. If A and B are the events that are not mutually exclusive. Not mutually exclusive. Khyati, yes, Khyati.
Sir, sir, these events are known as collectively exhaustive events.
Yeah, collectively exhaustive events. All the event will be collectively exhaustive, right? Yes, any other question? Yeah, you can raise your hand. Okay, I think pretty clear. Pretty clear. So let us do one numerical. Let us do one numerical. But remember, so let us summarize. Let me summarize. So if the events are mutually exclusive, we will apply rule of addition. Simple, very simple, right? If the events are not mutually exclusive, we will apply the general rule of addition. Nothing complex is there, very simple. So let us take one problem. Let us take one, please. I will take just 2 minutes. Go through this problem.
Sir?
Yes, yes, yes.
Sir, can you share some few questions on Quick Force on the topic that we have covered till now for the better understanding? Because sir, this type one question won't help me. So a few questions will be shared, so it will be better for us to practice.
Yes, yes, yes. In Quick Force already, see, you will find there are questions. There are questions. Yeah? Here you have been given some essential reading, some optional reading. If you go to essential reading, there is a very good, you will find solve problems there. Problems which are solved, right? So you will find solve problems, right? Also, I will solve in the class. Don't worry. Today I will solve. Okay.
Yeah, yes, sir. You are explaining in the class, but I am trying to say that a few more questions, if we
Yeah,
get,
surely.
that would
Yes,
help better.
Mac,
yes.
I think
And
the
I
question will be
will
there in the
also,
book itself.
yes, yes.
I think the question will be there in the book itself.
But
Yeah,
but
no,
we
no, see.
don't know that, sir. When we'll get the book, physical books, when we'll get.
In the
Okay,
next
okay.
lecture.
Okay, see, I will explain you. I think there is some, don't worry. See, there are n number of materials. There is no, suppose you go to Quick Force. Now you are having training on Quick Force also. So I think you can open each and every, I think all of you can open the Quick Force files, whatever have been there in the quants. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I think all of you,
Yes,
you are getting training, I know. So you will be, so you go and check. There are huge materials are there. There are number one case study. There are additional reading material. Even whatever I am teaching, I am also posting. If you see, my first lecture has been already posted. And every day, suppose only tomorrow I will post this probability PowerPoint, right? So probability PowerPoint will be by tomorrow or today even I can post. After the class, I will post my this PPT. You will get some additional resource material in this connections wherever in the Quick Force, right? So you click and just check additional material. There will be some optional reading, there will be some essential reading. Wherever there is essential reading, you will get many problems solved. Even in mean median mode, there are at least 10 to 15 problems totally solved, done, and additional problems. Okay, these are the Quick Force. I personally will give you assignment when I have not got your class email ID. The moment I think the CR will do that. So the day I will get, I think this week only I will get your one section email ID. Section A will have an email ID. I will keep on posting all the assignments. There will 10 to 15 problems. Okay. And additionally, you will be having the book. So many resources are there. Resources are plenty. Okay, so don't worry.
Oh, okay, sir. And sir, can you please share your contact also? So is there any difficulty so we can ask from you directly?
Okay, you can, okay, you can, contact number is, you can take 98990.
Sir, could you please type it in,
I am
type it
writing,
in
yeah, I
the
am
chat box?
typing here, I am typing here.
And your email ID also.
You will start getting my email. Don't worry. The moment the CR is fixed now, I will give you so many assignment. You will say, sir, give me less. Okay. So again, I repeat it. It is 98990-60293.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
98990-293.
Thank you, sir. Got it.
Right.
Got it.
And the YouTube link also I will post. Let me get your class email ID. Everything you will get. Everything. Okay.
Sir, you will upload on Quick Force only.
Okay, let me see. Let me talk and then I will tell you. But I will certainly email you the link. Right. See, your purpose is to see the repeated video wherever if you want later on.
Yes, sir. To clear the doubts.
To clear your doubts. So that you will get. Don't worry. If possible, I will upload on Quick Force also. Let me check.
Sir, can you confirm your email ID once more?
Yes, email ID. Yes. My email ID is
So you can write on chat.
Chat, yeah, that is it. But I don't know why the chat is.
So you have to send to everyone.
Everyone, yes. Just wait. To this. Achha, it is going to only one student. Everyone, yes. I got it. Yes. So I have already done. Let me take it there. So YouTube, have you got now?
Yes, sir.
And just wait 1 or 2 minutes. I think this one I already posted. SNAQ. What is this one? This one also I posted. I was going to Chirag. Who is Chirag? Is Chirag there? Okay, whatever it is.
Yes, sir.
It was going to you, no? No, Karthik. It was going to, but it is. I don't know. Okay.
I was receiving the YouTube links again and again, sir.
Yes. Okay. Just wait. It will go to everyone. So these are my control. Yeah. Yes. So have you got the 2 links? Have you got
Please
the
confirm your email ID once more.
Acha, email ID. Yes, I am writing here in the chat. Yes, I am writing.
Yes, sir. So type it.
Yeah, I am typing. Yeah.
No, sir, we have not received it.
Not received. Oh, again it becomes. Oh, why this is happening?
So you can tell to host to send to everyone.
No, I will sending. I will do that. I can do that. Don't worry. Now, I think all of you got.
Yes, sir, again link.
Got?
We are getting the link again and again.
Sir, we have got the link, not the email ID.
Your email ID.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, now I think you got.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very nice. So you have got this one email ID. YouTube links also you have got. Okay. I will see if it can be posted in the QuickForce also. But I have posted my PPT almost just after 1 or 2 days. Okay. Sure. Let us continue. Yeah, we were studying this problem. So go through this problem. Just go through this problem. Okay, have you gone through this? Now, see, what is the probability that a card chosen at random from a standard deck of cards will be either a king or a heart, right? Either, even if you don't play cards, I think you know there are 52 cards in a card, in a card box, there are 52 cards, right? Now, there are 4 kings and 13 hearts if you don't play, cards, okay? So there is 1 king of hearts, right? So what is this case? There is one. See, try to understand. There is 1 king. There are 4 kings. There are 13 hearts, and there are 1 king of heart. That means both king and heart symbol is there. That means it's an AND operation. So which rule are we going to apply? Whatever we have learned from the addition rule, which rule? Just let me go back. You will only tell me.
General rule.
The general rule.
Yes. So there is an AND case. There is an AND case. Yes. So which will apply? General rule. what does the general rule say? PA or B, PA or B is equal to PA plus PB minus PA and B. So PA or B, if I, so what event? Now see, you try defining event, right? So king, probability that a card will be a king is PA, defined by PA. So what will be the probability? What is the total number of cards? 4. 4 kings are there, and what is the total number of cards? 52. From the definition of probability, we know the number of favorable events by total number of events. So occurrence of a king, probability of occurrence of a king in a pack of 52 cards. What will be that probability? What are my favorable events? 4 kings are there, so 4 by total number of events. What is the total number of event? 52. So what will be the probability? 4 by 52. Now come to hearts. There are 13 hearts, right? So similarly, how many, what will be this? 13 by 52. And there is only one king of hearts. King of hearts. So what will be the probability? 1 by 52. Clear? So what we are going to calculate, what is the question? What is the probability that a card chosen at random will be either a king or a heart? So PA or B is equal to PA plus PB minus PA and B. So we can calculate this. So PA we calculated 4 by 52, PB 13 by 52, and PA and B 1 by 52. If you calculate this, subtract and minus, we will get 16 by 52. So probability is 0.3077. So 30.77% is the chance that the card chosen and random will be a king or a heart. Clear? Okay. Now, there is another rule called complement rule. Very simple. Complement rule is very simple. Complement rule, right? So what does complement rule says? Just like, let us physically understand. If I say that the chances of rain is 90% today, what is the probability that the chance of not raining today? It will be 10%, right? If 90% is the chance that it will rain, what will be the probability that it will not rain? 100% minus 90%, so 10%. So this is called complementary rule. Complement rule is used to determine the probability of an event by occurring, by subtracting the probability of an event not occurring from 1. So in probability language, what we say, suppose I say A event is that probability of rain will occur, that is 90%. So probability of A is 90% plus probability of, see, this is sign is called tilde. If you see in your laptop, the extreme left, in the second row, extreme left, this is called a tilde. Now this is also called not. P not A. What is this? P not A. This sign. So probability of not occurrence of rain. So the summation of 2 is called PA plus P not A is equal to 1. Clear? So this formula is called complement rule. This formula is called complement rule.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
So can you explain complement rule again?
Okay. See, complementary rule is very simple. That is probability of occurrence of an event plus probability of not occurrence of event is always equal to 1 or 100%. Suppose if I say today rain will occur, probability is 90%. So what will be the probability that rain won't occur? 100% minus 90%.
90%. Yes.
Yeah. So that is 10%. This rule, and this rule is written in this fashion: PA PA is equal to 1 minus P not A. This is called P not A. This we are calling PA. This we are calling P not A. That means, see, simply see this diagram, it will be clear. See this diagram now. So this is A, this is event A. So in this sample space, what will be not A? The rest of the portion is not A, the green portion. This violet portion is A, right? Occurrence of A. So what will be this portion? The rest, total is always 100%. As we know, the total of summation of probability is always 100%.
100.
PA plus P naught A is always will be equal to 100 or 1. Okay, so our this rule is clear. Let us speed up a bit. So joint probability. Joint probability, see, already I have explained what is joint probability, right? I have already explained the boys example, the example of the students who know singing and who know dancing. So joint probability is a probability. Joint probability is a probability that measures the likelihood two or even more events will happen concurrently. So this one, this portion, students who know both singing and dancing, this portion is called joint probability. This portion is called joint probability, joint occurrence, right? Joint occurrence of two phenomena, right? Just like king and hearts. So king of hearts, there is one card, but it is having both the phenomena of king and heart. So joint probability, right?
Excuse me, sir?
Yeah.
So what is the difference between general rule of probability and joint probability?
No, see, try to understand. Joint probability is different than, there are two rules of addition, right? This simple rule and general rule, right? So rules are rules, right? We extra in the rule you will find that there is, if you see this rule, right? Now let us go back. See here, this rule. Let me clear this. I think it is causing. Let me clear this. Now see, now it is clear. Yeah. Yes. Now see here. So this is a part. What is this? This is only joint probability, joint occurrence of. This is some definition of probability. Joint occurrence of event A and B simultaneously, right?
Okay, sir. Okay. Now.
So this is a, you can call it is a part of addition rule, general rule. Now we will go to multiplication rule. Now this is very, this we have to pay attention, but we have to also discuss the independent event here. So what I will do is that, so let me take some questions till now. If so, in the second session, I will start the general multiplication rule. It will take huge time. I think it will take time. So let me stop share. Okay, any question? Quickly raise your hand. Ask me. Till now, probability only the fundamentals we have covered up to additional rule. We are going a bit slow, but it's okay. You should understand each and every term. So I'm trying to explain each and every terminology of probability, right? So that whenever it gets a bit, whenever we go in detail, it becomes clear. So any question, raise your hand and ask me. There are 2-3 minutes. Any question? You can raise your hand. Yeah. or you can chat. You can in the chat server.
So the
Excuse
one
me, sir.
question is there.
Yes, one by one, please. One by. Otherwise, I won't be able to hear anybody.
Sir, I've
Yes.
raised my hand.
Yeah. Who has? Just wait. You have. Okay. Okay. Yes. 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 This is Ashish or something.
Yes, sir, Ashish.
Ashish. Yeah. Okay.
Sir,
Ashish. Yes.
could you give a example of a complement rule?
Huh. No, that one only. No. Yes. 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 Complement rule. Yes. See, complement rule says that occurrence of happening of something plus occurrence of not happening of something is equal to 1. If say another example, we can say anything. Suppose we can take say your again in your exam, probability that exam will happen is 100%, right? So plus probability that your exam won't happen if it is 0. So if it is 1 and 0, so the summation will be 1, right? That is one example. Okay, any other example? Any other? Or say probability of defective plus probability of non-defective is equal to 1. Suppose Maruti is producing 100 cars, right? If the probability of defective is 5% or 0.05, if, listen carefully, if the probability is 0.05, that Maruti is 5% defective car produce kar raha hai, right? So what is the probability that they are producing, you know, non-defective car? 95%,
Correct,
right?
sir.
Because the summation is 100%. Okay. Okay, so we will end this session. Again, we'll join after after 1 hour. Okay. So, madam, we can